Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Moana 2. In the trailer for Moana 2, we saw a lot of Moana's sister, which led a lot of people to think that she would be in the movie a lot or would have a lot of screen time. Although in the actual movie she did not have very much screen time and she was not seen a lot, although she did play a key role to the storyline. And some people who did get a lot of screen time were the villains. So let's talk about the villains of Moana. So the first idea of what we have as a villain is the Bat Lady, or Matangi. She is seen kind of holding Maui hostage, and she is believed to be the villain at the beginning, but she ends up saying she's actually trapped by Nalo and that she wants to be free. And she has a song number with Moana, and then we don't really see her again until the after credits scene, which a lot of people missed through their watch throughs. I missed it the first time I watched through, and I ended up Googling it and found out that there was an end credit scene because I was wondering what happened to her. And in the end credit scene, we see that she did not become free. And then the crab from the first Moana, who sang Shiny, he pops up and is like, hey. And this kind of sets up another sequel, although we don't really get a resolution with who we first thought was the villain. And then the second villain, or the main villain, Nala, is introduced, and we see that he is kind of like a storm, or an embodiment of a storm. And when Moana reaches this island, she has to touch the island, or dive into the sea and touch the island to stop this storm and break the curse. So one thing about Moana 2 that varies a lot from the first one is her new crew. Moana 2 mostly follows the same plot as the first one, as in they go out to sea, they defeat the villain, they find Maui. Although the new crew was something that was different. She did have people from her village because they now sail, they now go out to sea. So she did recruit people from her village to go with her, and that was new. We saw a lot of new things with this crew. There was more help, but that was one of the key differences. A lot of it did follow the original plot of the first movie. Another thing that was different from the first movie was the music. The music was kind of different from the first one. The songs were quite different. A lot of people did not like the songs. I personally was not a big fan of the songs. I did like the first movie better, although some people were fans of the songs and did enjoy the music. I guess it depends on preference, but the songs were very, different from the first one in a lot of ways. So another new thing at this end of the movie is that Moana, after she touches the island and breaks the curse, the ocean makes a bubbler on her so she can breathe, and her ancestors gather around her. And then we see her get this new tattoo, and throughout the rest of the movie, she can, see a light of some sort in the ocean. It's a little confusing as to whether she became a demigod at the end or not. But she can now see this light in the ocean that, tells her the way. So she kind of got magical wayfinding powers at the end. Although it's kind of left up to interpretation in the actual movie. It's not really said whether she got demigod powers or not. Although it does seem to be that way, that she got a little bit of demigod powers. One thing that we did get to see in Moana 2 that we didn't really see in the first movie, though, was the story of the Kakamora. So we do learn that the reason they have been traveling and have been such a danger to people at sea is because they have lost their home. They're trying to find their way back to their home. They're trying to get back, which their home has been overtaken by the curse, is what's implied. But they do eventually, we don't really see them get to their home, but it is implied that they do eventually get to go back home after Moana breaks the curse. And they end up being helpful in the second movie, whereas they were harmful in the first one. That is all I have for today. If you have any questions or anything you would like me to read or watch and review, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe.